Hello and welcome to ILTV's Evening Update. I'm Aaron Porras here with the latest news from Israel.
Knesset Speaker Yuli Edelstein has set up a committee of lawmakers and administrators to review the Knesset dress code following two incidents in which Knesset guards denied several aides entry because their skirts were considered too short. The guards were acting under orders from Knesset Director General Albert Sakarovich to enforce the Knesset dress code. The aides were allowed to enter the Knesset several hours later, but only after some had changed their clothes. The denial of entry led to a protest outside the Knesset yesterday, with dozens of aides and MKs showing solidarity with their colleagues, protesting against Knesset guards, whom they said had turned themselves into fashion police. Edelstein subsequently ordered the Knesset guards to relax the rules on acceptable attire and not turn away people based on skirt length until the panel makes an official recommendation. Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman has outlawed a Turkish aid group that has been funneling money to Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood. A statement issued by the Defense Ministry said that the Kanadil Institute for Humanitarian Aid and Development is identified with Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood, and in recent years had been used as a main pipeline for funding projects by Hamas in Jerusalem. The ministry had banned the Istanbul-based group in October, but the order was only announced Wednesday. Kanadil lists a number of projects in Jerusalem on its website that it's involved in, including special programs, job training, education, loans to small businesses and farmers, and obtaining raw materials for small manufacturers. President Barack Obama hosted his final Hanukkah receptions at the White House on Wednesday night, where the family of Shimon Peres lit a menorah owned by the late Israeli president. Obama said Hanukkah is a reminder that freedom is the most meaningful of all the blessings enjoyed in the U.S., with families putting candles in their windows embracing the liberty to practice their religion openly. He said that the Hanukkah story shows the story of the Jewish people as one of perseverance. Obama was joined by relatives of Elie Wiesel, the poet and Holocaust survivor, and a friend of the president who died in June. Obama held two separate candle lighting ceremonies, one in the afternoon and one in the evening, each in the East Room of the White House. The head of the IDF Manpower Directorate, Chagai Topolansky, announced his resignation yesterday after his army computer containing classified information was stolen from his house in Be'er Tuvia. An army police investigation has been opened, though the IDF censor refused to allow publication of other artifacts which were stolen from Topolansky's house. After Topolansky was investigated in connection with the theft and subsequently submitted his resignation, the army issued a statement about the resignation saying Topolansky told the chief of staff that throughout his life he had been taught to take responsibility, as he has demanded from his subordinates. The Israeli police and the IDF's military police have launched a joint investigation to find the stolen computer. Aleppo, once Syria's largest and most populous city, today looks like a shell of its former self. After months of long and arduous fighting, Aleppo has fallen back into the hands of the Syrian government forces, which were backed by Russia and Iran and led by Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. The loss of this city greatly complicates an already strained and stressed Middle East. Knowing that Iranian forces are not only supporting the Assad regime, but also other various Islamic militant groups like Hezbollah, Prime Minister Netanyahu expressed worry over the potential threats to the Israeli border, as well as over how the region itself will look when the dust settles. Speaking earlier in the week with Kazakh President Nazarbayev, the Israeli Prime Minister was asked if he really thought Iran held true to the desire to annihilate the Jewish state. Netanyahu responded simply with, "Yes, I do." He continued on to leave a message for Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, who is set to arrive in Kazakhstan next week. The message: don't threaten us. We are not a rabbit, we are a tiger. If you threaten us, you endanger yourself.
That's all for now. Stay tuned on ILTV.tv for our main daily broadcast playing after this. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our morning briefing from Israel at 8 a.m. Eastern Time.